So the Suspenders for Hope is all about encouraging us to support one another during times of despair and to accompany our neighbors when they can't find hope themselves. I think it's incredibly important that we accompany one another in times of despair and we share our stories of hope, because it is when we talk that we heal, and it's what encourages people to get help. I first met Alicia and Andrea when we were all attending Bishop Carroll Catholic High School in Wichita, Kansas. And I am so grateful to them for helping us share this story for hope.
So in my role at Wichita State, I serve as the chair for the university care team. I am working constantly with students who are in distress and have elevated levels of crisis and dysregulation. And it really hit different when that crisis came into my own home with my sister.
2021, my husband was diagnosed with COVID. After my husband passed away, I started experiencing depression as I tried to live up to the expectations of everything as an educator and mom. The day I decided that I was done, I found myself at Cheney Lake, where the water set before me and the sun was shining, and I sat in my car and I tried to kill myself.
I received a text message from my sister, and she had shared that she was done. She didn't want to continue living. She wanted me to take care of her 4 children. I remember just racing around town trying to find my sister, and when I felt all hope was lost, I remember reaching out to Dr. Provines, and I remember telling her, Jess, I don't have a good feeling.
My dear friend Alicia called me, and I remember feeling like I had a choice, that I could either comfort her and help her accept the harsh realities that this world oftentimes throws at us, or I could stand in faith. And I remember declaring with the confidence that I don't really feel like I had at the time, that if she was alive, then God could help us find her.
My sister called my priest. They got Father David involved, and Father David kept calling me over and over. I finally decided to call him back. He asked where I was, and that's when I immediately started crying and told him that I was done.
So we received a call from Father David indicating that he finally got a hold of my sister, and I am rushing to the lake, going 100 miles an hour. I was faced with a fork in the road, and I could go left or I could go right. And I remember pleading with God and to take me to my sister, because if I ever needed him in my life, it was in that moment. And as soon as I turned left and I turned my head and I see my sister's car.
When my sister found me, I was pretty much unconscious. I saw out of my peripheral vision my son, and I knew that I was saved.
I remember yelling out, come on, God, help me, and I'm pounding on the door. It startled her, and she lifted her hand up just a little bit like, get out of here. When her hand fell down, it touched the button on the door and it unlocked.
At that time, my sister insisted that I go to St. Joe. I was incredibly angry with her. Did not want to go to the hospital because I didn't think I needed that much help.
I thought, she's never going to forgive me. But I would do it again in a heartbeat, because they truly helped save her life, and they gave her her life back.
During outpatient therapy, I learned healthy coping skills. I finally found out who I am without my husband and how to cope in a healthy way.
I've really come to believe that this work of suicide prevention is all about showing love and compassion to people in times of crisis and despair. It is about sharing the healing power of forgiveness for those of us who are left behind. It's also about the belief in mercy for those that we have lost. And it's more importantly about never giving up hope. If you are in despair, don't give up hope. Reach out, ask for help.
Relationships throughout your lives are so important. Finding someone at work, at church, a family member that you trust to get help is so important. And it's through people that God is truly able to do His work.